Morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. Sorry about the delay here. Just got up and running here. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulties here, but we got things going now. So thanks for joining us today. I'm glad you could join us here on a Wednesday morning. And we're glad we're joined by one of our representatives from EquiTrust here. Dave Hill will be joining us here shortly. And we'll be glad to get things going on that end. Otherwise, we'll be discussing some of the EquiTrust programs going on right now with what they have in the marketplace. Also go over their new Bridge contract, their new long-term care annuity. We'll be discussing that a little bit here shortly. But we do continue to offer our new producer builders for new agents to IAMS. In the first 6 months, you can earn some pretty nice additional benefits based on different items, based on different levels of production. We have a seminar system, cash, iPads, preset appointments, just kind of what level you get to and what we have interest in utilizing through IAMS. I know that we have a lot of good opportunities to expand your business based on those items. We also have our referral program. You refer agents to IAMS, we'll pay you additional bonuses based on that. You also have our marketing reimbursement. We reimburse $100 for every $100,000 of premium you write on the index annuity side. You get that in your reimbursement bank account, and then once you submit receipts to us, we'll reimburse you half the cost based on those receipts. So appreciate that. We do have a great back office support team here at IAMS. Got a great new business team to help you process that new business through the channels and other items on that end. We also have a great creative team that can help with your advertising needs and help you with your solutions on that side. And a lot of good things going on that side right now with the back office support we have here. Gives you time to be out in the field and do business on your own end on marketing, and we can help you out with some of the marketing ideas and some other options on that end. We do have a great website you can go to, this www.iamsinc.com. It's a great location to go to pick up information on what we have regarding rates and what's going on in the market. We have constant updates on what's happening with advertising, term, life insurance in general, long-term care needs. A lot of good stuff on our website. You can go to different industry links. You can pull up AM Best reports on companies. You can look at different state insurance departments' websites. We have a lot of really good connections there on that end of it. So do keep that in mind that we do have that available through our website here at IAMS. Continue to use the Firelight e-app system. It's a paperless e-app system we have available through IAMS. A great way to keep things going on that end. And most of our carriers do use Firelight. You log into IAMS website and you click on e-app solutions. You want to register for Firelight first, and once you're registered, you can go ahead and utilize the Firelight e-app system. Really simple to use once you've done it once or twice. It's a no-brainer moving forward to continue to use that site. Really a good program to utilize based on that. So do keep that in mind on your end. And we do have our creative team, as I mentioned earlier. They do a great job on helping you with your advertising needs. Maybe you want to do a social media campaign, maybe redo your website, redo your company colors, maybe redo your company logo. They can help you out with all that material, and it's just a phone call away for you to call our creative team. They'd be glad to help you out with that. We got good group, good staff on that end that can help you out with all the needs you have on the advertising side. So definitely keep in contact with the creative end of the team here. Wealth management. I know we started up this wealth management side of the business about 3 years ago now, and have seen a really strong results on that side. And we've continued to see good things happening on that end. And if you have interest in getting a call from one of our wealth management recruiters, I'm gonna launch a quick poll here. We have Duncan Smith in our office. He's our main wealth management recruiter on that side, and He helps agents getting through the process of getting your Series 65, helping out with the whole process of getting the system down, how to utilize the different investment platforms. Does a great job on that. If you have interest in getting some more information on that wealth management side of IAMS, just check off yes on this. I'll leave this on for about another 30, 40 seconds here, but you've seen a nice increase in assets under management. We see a big increase in the number of our agents in our top 30 that are securities licensed now. They can offer securities along with the insurance side. I'd say about 80% of our agents in the top 30 now have a securities license, where it used to be about 5%. So that side of the business has really skyrocketed on the wealth management side. So that's something you can definitely take advantage of down the road. If that's something you're interested in, you can again just mark off yes. We'll go ahead and have one of our wealth management experts give you a call, kind of go over what we have on that end with you, keep things going on that side. I'm going to close this up in about another 10 seconds. So if you do have interest, again, mark off yes. We'll go ahead and get you contacted on that end, and then we'll be moving forward here based on that. And we do have our academies. We do about 3 of these a year now. And we have one coming up in the end of April. We also have a academy coming up in early June. If that's something you would have interest in, I'm going to launch another quick poll. But if you have interest in coming out to one of our academies, it is an all expense paid training. We pay for your transportation, be it a flight or be it gasoline for your vehicle to get here. And this next one's going to be in Des Moines. One of our home offices is going to sponsor that one. So we do have really good things to go over during these meetings. We bring in some really good speakers. We have some good information on lead programs. Some of our more experienced agents will be speaking regarding getting in front of more clients, what they use on closing clients, some ideas on closing techniques and different things they use in the field to make more sales. Really good information we'll be discussing. We'll also go over some of the latest trends in the annuity space, including the indexed programs that we have available out there, with some of the strategies that are available on the index side now, with some of these new strategies and some new programs going on in that space. Definitely a good time to figure out what's the best opportunities right now, and having your client earn the highest potential they have based on their indexed annuity. We see a lot of people going into the fixed strategies right now with some of the higher fixed rates we have at this point. We do see a big increase this year in indexed fixed rate choices, and those rates have really gone up in the last few months. So definitely a good place to go on that side. But once again, if you do have interest in coming out to one of our academies, you can mark off yes. I'm going to close this off in about another 15, 20 seconds. But it is a 3-day meeting. We usually come out on a Wednesday. You're out till Friday morning, and then you'd fly back Friday afternoon to your location or drive back. We typically bring in around 35 to 40 agents to each one of these meetings. A great chance for you to meet some other agents from out the country and pick up some ideas from them also. So definitely a win-win for all parties there. I'm going to close that one up real quick, and we'll get moving on here. We do offer, our company has a trip once every 18 months. Our next one's going to be to the Seaside Sanctuary in South Carolina, and should be a fantastic trip. It's on Kewell Island. Very nice location. I know they held the Ryder Cup at this golf course, so definitely a really nice area, great views, a lot to do there on the beach. So definitely a great combination. So I know it takes about 4.5 million points to qualify. It is an 18-month qualification. Qualification started last June. It does run through this year, so good chance to qualify for that. But appreciate your business so far, and we look forward to seeing a lot of you on that trip to South Carolina. You can follow IAMS on Facebook and LinkedIn. A couple of good options on that side. You can take a look at what some of the offerings we have. We do some special advertising on both sites on Facebook and LinkedIn, so good chance to keep things going on that side. Once again, we do appreciate Dave being on this morning. We'll go ahead and get Dave on board here. Dave, thanks for joining us here this morning.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate the opportunity to be on the call.
Oh, you're very welcome. Sorry about the little late start. We had a little technical difficulty and had a little late incoming here, so glad we can get things going here on a Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and give you the control of the viewing here. So we'll go over to your computer here based on your presentation. I got you up and running here. So partial tax conversion. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, we'll spend the majority of our time on that. But yeah, definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on the call today. And I'll definitely turn it back over to you at the end.
That sounds great. We look forward to it, Dave. And you can go ahead and get through your presentation and we'll close things up and when you're done.
Sounds great. Thanks again, Matt. Thanks again, everybody, for the opportunity to be on the call today. Again, my name is Dave, and I'm with one of the internal wholesalers here at EquiTrust. Figured, when Matt approached me on getting together to co-host a webinar presentation, we talked about the partial tax conversion program that we have available here at EquiTrust. Definitely something that we rolled out probably about the middle part of last year. Gets a ton of traction and a ton of interest. It's obviously something that you can talk to your clients about, with qualified money that they've got in play. And so I figured we'd just spend a little bit of time today going through just some of the basics about our partial tax conversion program, kind of how it looks, how it feels, and really the key part of the whole partial tax conversion program that we have is really the flexibility side of things. We really provide the client, the policy owner, with so many options when it comes to that partial tax conversion side. And basically with this partial tax conversion program, it's an opportunity for a client if they've got traditional IRA money, SEP or simple money, and they want to convert it over to a Roth IRA. This is really where that opportunity is going to come up. And also, EquiTrust as a carrier is very big into the inherited IRA sales and have been for quite some time, even with those, I phrase them more recent, but deaths that took place after January 1st of 2020. And we have the ability to take those inherited IRA contracts and that are actually coded and set up as an inherited IRA. The client can actually take out distributions or peel out portions of the money and place it into a non-qualified contract. And so a pretty cool opportunity there that we talk a lot about when it comes to inherited IRA sales. But just know this partial tax conversion program is available on any qualified in-force EquiTrust deferred annuity contract. So going back and being able to offer this to any of your clients that have a current qualified contract on the deferred side is definitely an option for you. Just a little bit about why a partial tax conversion. I think probably most all of us on the call understand the importance or the ability or the desire from a client's perspective to have the ability to do a partial tax conversion. But simply put, it just allows the client the ability, if they want to, systematically convert money over time. Provides the client more control over when taxes are paid. That's probably the biggest key component to this partial tax conversion program. It allows the owner, the client, to pay lesser taxes on partial conversion amounts versus paying income taxes when they use the money down the road for retirement income. And so that's really the thought process behind this partial tax conversion program. We understand we're not the only carrier out there that has a partial tax conversion program, but I'll kind of go through and explain a little bit about how we're a little bit different and really the flexibility side of things. I think that's the biggest key word to really remember with our partial tax conversion program is the flexibility side. So flexibility, it puts the owner in the driver's seat. The owner of the contract, the client, basically has the ability to determine when and how much they want to be able to convert. If the client wants to be able to set up conversions on a systematic basis, they'd absolutely be able to do that. And they'd always have the ability to be able to start and stop those conversions as they want to be able to do so. So it's great for a client to be able to really determine, sit down with their producer, with their agent, and really determine, what's in my best interest. How often should I do a conversion, and ultimately how much should I look to convert to put me really in the best spot, moving forward from a tax perspective. So really, we've got a few different ways to be able to structure this from a partial tax conversion side of things. Client could always, if they wanted to, just do a one-time partial conversion. Just one time, just do it, be done with it. Maybe no intentions to be able to do any future conversions. That's perfectly fine. That's always an option. If the client wanted to be able to set up something more on a systematic basis, whether it's a partial conversion of a specified dollar amount, they definitely would have the ability to do that. I think we have quite a few conversations around that systematic partial conversion side of things. So it's kind of basically putting it into motion. Client basically says, I want to convert XYZ dollar amount, each year for the next 5 years. It's kind of set that in motion. That's absolutely an option for the client. And then if the client just systematically wanted to convert, so many, over a certain number of years, got that flexibility as well. So again, key part of this is the flexibility and really how the client has the ability to set up these conversions from a structure perspective. A little bit about how it works. And honestly, this is very streamlined and very straightforward. So what you're going to see happen is the new Roth or non-qualified contract mirrors the original contract, meaning let's say your traditional IRA contract, contract A, will mirror contract B, which would be your Roth IRA contract. So your effective date, your client roles, of course, your agent, account allocations, crediting rates, riders, those are all mirrored images of each other from contract A to contract B. There will be two separate contract numbers, but the client will never have any more than two contracts in play at any point in time. So of course, on the annual statement time frame comes up, the client's always going to get a statement for contract A with their traditional IRA money, and then they're going to get a statement for contract B, which would be their Roth IRA money. And again, those are two contracts that are treated separately, but they are mirrored images of each other. And so keep in mind that when the value of the original contract does get depleted, that original contract does get closed. So that question definitely does come up from time to time. What happens with that originally established contract, say as the clients converted all the money out of it at some point in time. Just keep in mind you've got two contracts in play, no more than two contracts in play at any given time. A few advantages of the whole systematic converting of money over to a Roth through EquiTrust, of course, and this is really a big one, something that we really hang our hats on, the ability to do tax withholding at the time of conversion. To my knowledge, there aren't many other carriers out there that will allow the ability to do tax withholding on a conversion. Really simple, the client gets that tax conversion form right on there. It asks, does the client want to be able to have taxes withheld? Very simple. Of course, the client has more control over when they pay taxes, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. The client will have the ability to determine when and how much they want to be able to convert. And then lastly, obviously a huge advantage, paying taxes now on a partial conversion, while the client's maybe in a lower tax bracket, may offer significant tax advantages now, and then of course in the future when that client is more shifted from the savings and the accumulation to more of the retirement phase of their life. A few advantages of a Roth IRA. Sure, a lot of these are very basic and straightforward, but something we always like to make sure to mention. You've got the potential for tax-free growth, tax-free distributions after age 59 and a half. Of course, the client would need to at least wait 5 years from the time it's been coded as a Roth IRA to have those tax-free distributions apply. No RMDs would apply, and non-taxable income for beneficiaries. So there's a lot of good reasons why a client would want to convert money from, say, their traditional IRA over to a Roth IRA. A few other things just to kind of keep in mind. Of course, like I had mentioned, you've got that 5-year Roth conversion rule. So for Roth conversions, earnings are tax-free if the owner waits 5 years until age 59 and a half to withdraw the money. So that's a big one there, which I'm sure many of you are already very well aware of. As far as reportable distributions go, distributions from a Roth are reportable, but they're not taxable, assuming all IRS rules have been met. No recharacterization. Basically what we mean by this and kind of why we put this out there is, for example, if you convert from a traditional IRA, a separate simple, to a Roth, it cannot be recharacterized, meaning you cannot convert it from a Roth IRA back to a traditional IRA. No RMDs when you do the conversion to a Roth, which we had just mentioned. And then we always just like to recommend, just consult with a tax advisor when it comes to tax matters like a Roth partial tax conversion opportunity, just to make sure we've got all of our ducks in a row from a tax perspective. We do have a couple pieces available. Definitely encourage you to reach out to IAMS. They can get you copies of both of these. One of them is just kind of more of a piece that just really kind of explains the frequently asked questions behind the partial tax conversion program. Really a great piece that really kind of highlights really a lot of the common questions and answers that we get on a daily basis. And then we just have a secondary piece that's really kind of just a how-to type of a piece, and really outlines the flexibility side of things, kind of like we've been talking about throughout the presentation. So again, a couple of really nice pieces that are available that you can get your hands on. Just give our good friends at IAMS a call, and they can get those over to you.
Hey,
lastly,
David,
from a tax implementation
question just came up, David.
Yep.
There's a special form you guys have to convert, correct, from a IRA to a Roth. You have a special form the client would fill out.
Yeah. It's just a conversion form is all it is. It can be easily pulled off of the agent website. It's just it's a conversion form. You fill it out, and I think it's only like a 2-page form. Ask about the tax withholding and how much the client wants to convert, and if they want to set them up systematically, they can. But yeah, it's just the conversion form is all it is.
Okay. Another question came up. If a client were to convert, let's just say they converted $10,000 out of a $50,000 piece of business, then down the road they have the option of converting more if they wish to, correct? And they're not
absolutely
anything. It's just an open door policy.
Yep, sure could. Yep, absolutely got that flexibility to do so, no doubt.
Okay, that's what I got.
Cool. Just a couple last things on the whole tax implication side of things. Of course, you're going to have some tax reporting involved, so a 1099 for your IRA distribution, and then 5498 for the Roth portion. So there is some, of course, tax reporting that is involved. Matt had mentioned too, our newest Bridge fixed index annuity product with long-term care and wellness benefits. I just really wanted to very much kind of touch base and highlight that quickly. We actually launched this product back in November of last year. I believe we're up to about 36 state approvals, but what it is at the end of the day, it's a fixed index annuity product with long-term care and wellness benefits. And so really the biggest selling points behind the Bridge product are, first and foremost, a client or a prospect who is looking for some type of LTC benefit. And the biggest selling points behind the product, just to kind of summarize it quickly for everybody, it does have a guaranteed approval from an underwriting perspective. So no client will ever get declined for health related type reasons. It's great because it's an indemnity based type of a claim process. So we're not asking for receipts or anything like that at all. And lastly, we've got a customizable coverage ratio where you and the client can ultimately determine based on the client's age and their underwriting class, ultimately how much LTC benefit they're potentially looking for. So definitely I would encourage you to reach out to IAMS. They can kind of walk you through the Bridge microsite, kind of go through the quick calculator that's available out there. And of course, all the details out there as far as licensing and training requirements, just simply put, because some states are a little bit different when it comes to CE, continuing education requirements, because it's LTC, and some states will definitely require the health line of authority to be able to offer this type of a product. But definitely I would encourage you to keep this product on the radar. We're getting quite a bit of business coming in the door for this Bridge product. So with that, Matt, I definitely would like to turn it back over to you.
Appreciate that, David, and great presentation this morning. And one thing that people do have questions on, that's called the Bridge annuity. And there's also a really nice software illustration program available on that site you can go to and illustrate, your client's deposit, what that's going to do for them based on the different classes they have on issuing, if it gets issued as a standard case or a preferred case or a guarantee issue. It's going to show you what those coverages are based on those different levels of issues. So really nice program. I know we've sold a number of these already this year, and we've had some good experiences. And one thing to keep in mind, there is a client interview that's done via video. That's been a little bit tricky getting that set up, but it's something that has to be done for a client to qualify for preferred or standard rate. If they want a guarantee issue rate, you do not need to do the video. But if the client doesn't want a standard or preferred rate, they definitely will get that video done. And then another question came up, Dave. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not. I'm not positive at all, but can you convert a Roth into an IUL?
Mm.
I don't think you can. Do you know if that's possible?
I don't think you can either.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you can
Pretty
either.
sure on that. Yeah, pretty
Right.
sure on that.
Yeah, so the guy that asked about the bridge contract, so I'll just tell you that, yeah, once we're done with this call today, I'll go ahead and forward you over some additional information on that plan. I'll have to verify it's available in your state. The plan's available in what, you said 36 states, David?
Yeah, up to 36. Just added Ohio yesterday, and then some of the more bigger states that we just added a couple weeks ago: Washington, Texas, Minnesota, and Colorado. We've got it available in Florida, which is a pretty good state for this type of a product.
Oh,
Unfortunately, don't have
definitely.
it approved in California quite yet. I mean, everybody knows California can be a little bit longer of a approval process, but
Right.
yeah, all the state approval details are right out through the Bridge micro site too as well.
Good. And then the
Sure.
Roth conversion, that's not limited on products you can utilize for that's available on all of your plans. Is that right, David?
Yeah, any deferred contract that's in a qualified status. Yep, even those enforced contracts. You say you wrote a qualified, market power bonus 5 years ago, and ultimately maybe you want to look at doing a partial tax conversion opportunity. That's absolutely doable.
Good, good. And
Yep.
I know we're seeing a big increase in business going to EquiTrust these days, and your rates are really good. You've got that 8% or 10% bonus, depending if you go with the market force or market power bonus. And
Yeah.
then it has really good rates. I believe you have an 8% annual point-to-point cap on those, along with the 4% fixed rate.
Yep. Strong. Yep. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we see a lot of agents go with that fixed rate, add the bonus on top of that. You're going to see some really nice returns that first year based on the addition of the bonus with the fixed rate there. And we see a lot of agents going that direction. EquiTrust also has some really strong MIGA rates, like a 5.25 for 5 years right now. Is that where we're still at?
Yes, sir. Still accurate. You got it.
And that still pays a 3% commission to age 80. Is that still accurate?
Correct. That's still
Okay,
accurate. Yes, sir.
good. So we see a lot of play on that right now. That's one of the better combos. If you take a look at what other fixed rates are paying on their rate along with the commission typically is going to be lower than 3. So EquiTrust is right there at the top regarding a 5-year contract. And we see some nice momentum going with that right now. And they also have a plan called the Choice 4. It's either a 6 or 9-year contract. And on the 6-year contract, that's the one we see the most sales on. It has what they call liquidity and MVA feature. If you go with that, you have a 6% first year rate. You currently have a 4.5% base, and that pays a 5.5% commission to age 80. So really nice combination on that contract, also in a fixed rate type situation. But anything you want to wrap up with today, David, on your end?
Honestly, like I said, I just wanted to say thanks for the time and the opportunity. Of course, just the continued support and partnership with EquiTrust. So definitely, encourage anybody you've got questions about Bridge, want to go through the microsite, or just get your hands on some of those partial tax conversion pieces, please reach out to Matt and the group at IAMS.
You got it. Yeah, appreciate everyone's joining us this morning. Started with a little bit of late start here. We had a couple of technical issues, but we got things straightened out. So we got things up and running for you. But I'll be giving everyone a call that was on today's meeting, going over what we can offer through EquiTrust, go over what they have available on all their product lines, be it fixed rates, indexed annuities, or the bridge annuity. They have some different features with some different contracts. You can buy up some interest rates, get better rates by paying a small fee. Or otherwise, if you don't want to pay fees, they have a lot of good selections there you can utilize with no fee. So great combination on that side. But appreciate your time this morning, David. Look forward to a great 2023. Hopefully we'll see interest rates kind of stick around where they're at right now. These are the best rates we've seen in probably 20 years based on cap rates, fixed rates, everything is at all-time highs this in the 2010s and 2020s. We haven't seen rates like this since the 1990s. So great time to be in the annuity market right now. See a lot of money moving into annuities. The stock market continues to have its issues, and I think the clients are looking for a good, safety and rate guarantee. So we're in a great spot right now. Appreciate everyone's time this morning. Everyone have a great week coming up. Good weekend. And once again, thanks to EquiTrust for helping out with this morning's meeting. And we'll talk to everyone in the next couple days.